back to week 10 and 11 of my weekly weight loss updates. We have got a double update in this video just because I was unable to post for the last couple of weeks. My friend was here, my schedule and routine changed, so I did mention that in the last video, but I'm back. I've got all the updates of what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, like my steps, my training, my diet, what I've been up to in terms of my weight loss. And if you are a new viewer, I share weekly weight loss updates of my progress, challenges, barriers, blockers when it comes to weight loss, mental health. And yeah, I try and be realistic, show you ups, downs, goods, bads, because I find some people don't always show you what goes on behind the scenes. They sometimes just show you all the positives, and it's not really relatable because realistically in a weight loss or fitness journey, it is like up and down. Like you have so many ups and downs. It's never just consistent or always making progress. Like if you are, I mean, that is pretty amazing, but realistically I think we do all have ups and downs. Life gets in the way, and stuff like this. We have social situations sometimes we can't avoid, so weight loss can be very hard. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, feel free to subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, I do appreciate your support. So with that being said, just before we get started, I am in my Christmas top. It's the beginning of November, Christmas vibes. I don't think November's too early to be wearing Christmas tops, so you know, it'll be not long until we see Christmas trees up and stuff. So slightly off topic. Anyway, back on track, Steph. I have had a bit of a crazy 2 weeks because my friend was here. So my whole routine has been sort of out of sync in terms of diet mainly. So let's start with the diet. Normally, this is my macros. So I train 5 days a week and I have 2 rest days, which means I have to follow my training day diet on my training days, and then I have a separate diet on my rest days. So my training day macros are as follow here. I have slightly more macros. I have a slightly different diet on a training day, and then on a rest day I have rest day macros and a rest day diet. I've got a little bit of red meat actually in my rest day, so it's a bit different, and this is what I ordinarily follow. But because my friend was here, I wanted to eat together because they were staying with me. I was cooking, and I feel like through cooking and food you do connect more with people. I was thinking like I could have quite easily stayed on my diet plan, but when I'm cooking them food and dinner just for one, we're not really sharing the experience of, you know, the same meal, the same food. So I decided, I was intentional over the last 2 weeks, that I was not gonna be on my diet plan because I just felt like it just wouldn't have worked from my sort of social situation, and I wanted to keep it balanced between you know, losing weight and being sociable. So I did decide to stay on my steps and training, my gym, which I'll get into. But for example, I normally have almond milk with no sugars. I was having stuff like full fat milk, Greek yogurt with all the fat in. I was having goose fat on my roast potatoes because I wasn't eating junk food over the last 2 weeks or like binging as such, but I was just eating what I wanted, like home cooked, comforting, hearty meals, and I enjoyed it. I didn't feel guilty, and yeah, I just didn't track anything. I didn't worry about calories. So for example, I would have things like my oats for breakfast with full fat milk, ginger, banana. I would also have salmon. I would have roast dinners I made. So one night I made a gammon roast dinner with some honey glazed dressing, and then another night I made a lamb roast dinner, which was lovely. And even here in my weekly food shop, you can see like I've got even pizza here. I've got a small steak pie. So I wasn't really that fussed about the calories and stuff. I was just eating what I wanted. And I even made homemade burgers here with them. I used 5% mince, brioche buns and sweet potato wedges. I used it with a drizzle of olive oil, put paprika on, and I made some like homemade lasagnas, ribs, chicken thighs. So I have eaten very well over the last 2 weeks, and I've actually put on 1.5 kilos, which I'm not bothered about. I'm feeling good in my body and my clothes still, but I have had a much larger volume of food, and yeah, it was completely intentional. One thing I would say, I did have so last night, actually, a Sunday, I had a little bit of my friend went, and I just really fancied chocolate. I thought, right, it's the last evening, I'm back on my plan the next day. What do I fancy right now? So I had over a 400-gram bar of Toblerone here. I stopped at the Sainsbury's petrol station, ate this on the way home, which was like a 15-minute drive. So then I got home and I thought I really fancied ice cream. So I got like a delivery, and I was supposed to have Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but it wasn't in stock, so it got refunded. So I had rice pudding, a Twix chocolate bar, and then I had 2 jam and cream scones. So last night was the only night I was eating, junk food, but it was worth it. I fancied it. I didn't feel guilty. It was intentional because I knew today I was getting back on my plan. So yeah, this is part of balancing weight loss. I mean, it was good that I didn't continue to eat junk throughout the whole of the 2 weeks, because I do think, as well as trying to balance fat loss, weight loss, healthy lifestyle, you have to be aware that there will be consequences as well. So I've made a lot of good progress in the last 11 weeks. So just quickly here, this is my 11-week progress picture. On the left here, week 1, I was 102 kilos. Here on the right, I am about 97.6 kilos. And that was week 11, literally yesterday. So you don't want to undo the progress by being a bit too relaxed with your diet, but you still want to balance between enjoying yourself at the same time. So because I decided I wasn't following a diet plan over the last 2 weeks, I did make sure I continued with steps and the gym. So let's get into the steps. I have, on the week 10 here, I have done well over 10,000 steps most days. We went on some really, really beautiful walks. And then here on week 11, this is the step count again. So you can see I've done considerable amount of walking, much more than my 10,000 steps that I am told to do. We had some really beautiful walks as well. So we went in the forest. There's some really pretty flowers. There was waterfalls. We seen some sunrises, and there were some really blue, crisp autumn days as well. And I just think when you're walking out in nature and scenery, your mental health it helps your mental health. It helps your mindset. It's good to get fresh air. And it was just really good to get out doing steps every day. So steps I did every day. And then the gym, I have also done really well. So I am still doing my training split. I'm training 5 days a week of lower body workout 1, pull, lower body workout 2, push, and then I'm doing a PT session, which I'm normally doing boxing. My boxing is going, well, I say boxing, it's more like Thai boxing without the bottom half going on, so no kicking and knees, because I had a leg injury, so I can't really kick so much right now, but I'm doing like elbows, punching, and it's just really good fitness. I'm not trying to do fighting or anything like that. I just enjoy the type of workout. I'm absolutely sweating afterwards, so that's why I really like this as part of my workout. My post-workout cardio is still 10 minutes on the cross trainer, so after I've done my weight training, I get straight on and do 10 minutes post-workout cardio on the cross trainer. And actually this week, my friend kind of pushed me to do a bit of deadlifting. And to my surprise, I done 80 kg for about 6 or 7 reps quite easily. And I done 100 kg for 2 reps. So I didn't realize I was that strong. And I had a woman come up to me in the gym on Saturday morning. She come up behind me while I was deadlifting, and she was just so lovely. She was like, I've never seen someone no, she didn't say I've never seen someone that strong. She said like, I'm really strong. And she's not really seen many girls in the weight area, which was really nice comment for me actually, because if you look back on week 2, I was crying my eyes out in the gym. I had gym anxiety. I didn't like being in there. And when I look back and actually think back to how bad and anxious I was about going into the gym, I'm now in the weights area where normally guys go, and I'm doing weights. I'm lifting like 100 kg deadlifting. And I get a woman come up to me saying, you know, she was impressed with me, and she said it's nice to see another girl in the weights area because she was doing weights. And I also said that it looks like she was training really hard as well. So actually, it was actually nice to get a positive encounter in the gym. It just makes you feel good, inspires you to carry on, and it's just nice positivity. And then in terms of what else have I been doing? So we've done my diet, walking. My sleep has been pretty good. So sleep is another important part of your mood and weight loss. I try to just go to bed at the same time every night. So maybe about 9:30, 10, get up about 5:30, 6, depending on what I've got to do. But sleep is important. My water intake has been probably between 2 to 3 litres every day this week and the week before. And I've also had stuff in the evenings, like because it's been autumnal weather, Halloween and stuff like this, I have actually, had some hot chocolates in the evening. So full fat milk, square of dark chocolate and some cacao powder. And yeah, I've not bothered about calories. It's the time of year, like I knew it was only going to be for 2 weeks. I just wanted hot chocolate. So I got everything out of my system. I'm ready to go hard again until, December. So my coach has actually given me a mini goal. She has said that I should try to get down to 90 kg by the 14th of December. This is just a mini goal. As I said, it's not just about the scales, but we do want to get a bit more fat loss off me now. I'm getting really strong, progressing with my lifts every week, but yeah, we want to see a bit more fat dropping off. So she's given me a mini goal of 90 kg by the 14th of December, which is about 6 weeks. So it's a little mini challenge. I'll get as close to that as possible. Even if I got down to 93, I'm not bothered. Like, that is a mini goal. I'll get as close to it as possible. It gives me a bit of motivation and something to work towards. So overall, it's been a really good 2 weeks. Back on it today. I have been to the gym. I've had 3 litres of water. I'm about to have my last meal, which is Greek yogurt, fat-free, strawberries and some dark chocolate. And yeah, I'm just really glad to be back on plan. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying this type of content. And yeah, let me get on with this week. I'm excited to get back and see if I have a drop next week, and I will update you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.